Hi there, I'm Mark Siegel. Welcome to day 60 of my coronavirus lockdown. I've been meaning for months to start a video series on fitness, training, conditioning, and recovery or strengthening after you have injuries. I also want to put some things on techniques of weightlifting, how to do a proper deadlift, how to do a kettlebell without injuring yourself. But I want to start today with talking about tennis elbow. And it doesn't make a lot of sense to start a training series talking about an injury, except so many of my friends have tennis elbow or have hurt their lateral epicondyle. So here's my first disclaimer. I am a physician, I'm a surgeon, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon, and I'm an FIE trained fencing coach. I'm not your physician. This is not medical advice specifically for you. This is general medical advice. It works for many people. If you really have a serious injury, you need to consult your doctor, your physical therapist, your trainer, and even your fencing coach. Okay, let's talk about tennis elbow. Lateral epicondylitis. You've torn a few of the muscle fibers where it attaches to this little bone on the side of your elbow. And then every time you do something with it, you pull on those torn fibers. It hurts a lot. Now here's the bad news and the good news. The bad news is in order to fix it, first thing you have to do is you have to rest it. The good news is we're in lockdown. This is an opportunity. You can't do a lot of the things that you've normally been doing, so use this opportunity to rest up, recover, and then get strong for back when you're playing tennis, golf, or fencing. So rest it. That means don't do any of the things that hurt it until you can get through your routine day. Shaking hands with people, turning doorknobs, starting cars if you have a key, pouring a cup of coffee, what we call your ADLs, or your activities of daily living. All the routine stuff without it hurting. You may feel it a little bit, you'll notice it, but that's different than actually going, ow, that hurt. So you have to rest it until it stops hurting. Next thing, now we're going to start to strengthen it. This is a TheraBand. You can get these from a doctor, physical therapist. You might be able to get them at a sporting goods store. I know you can buy them online. Doesn't make a difference what thickness or size you have, because you can adjust the strength by how much you stretch it. What I want you to do is I want you to tie it to a doorknob, just like that. That's my doorknob for today. Lay the thing across your fingers, coming off the top of your fingers, and then make a fist. So it's coming flat out from the palm of your hand. Now here's the key. You need to find the position that it hurts. When I first had this, I said, okay, I have to strengthen it. I got a little weight, I rested my arm on the side of the couch. I did this while I was watching TV. I could do it for half an hour, and it wasn't getting better. Every position your arm is in changes the angle of the fibers in your elbow, changes the fibers that are being pulled on maximally. So you have to find the position where it hurts. If you're a fencer, that usually means a partial extension. If you're a tennis player, find where it hurts. Stand here in that position where you can feel it. Stand here with your wrist flexed. That means bent forward like this. Then I want you to extend the wrist, and you'll do that 20 times. You're going to do 3 sets, 20 reps. The first set, you should be able to go through fairly easily, but you're going to get a little tired towards the end. The second one, you'll get more and more tired. The third set, it's really going to get tired. It's going to be hard to finish it. And you adjust your tension so that it is hard to finish it. First week you might be here, second week you might be here. It shouldn't hurt. You should feel it, it should be sore, but it shouldn't hurt. There is a difference. And one way to know that you're doing it right is it'll be sore afterwards. We're gonna ice it, that's the next step. It'll be sore afterwards, but when you wake up the next morning, if you've done it wrong, if you've done too much, it'll hurt. If you've done it right, you'll feel it's a little sore. The muscles may be sore too, but it shouldn't hurt. Okay, so that's the first exercise. When you're coming flat and you're just extending your wrist. Second exercise, grab it so that it's coming out the top of your hand, top of your fist, between your thumb and your fingers. Now you start with your palm down, facing the doorknob, same position where it hurts, and you can adjust it as you're doing it. Rotate your forearm. In fencing, this would be part of taking a 6. 20 times, 3 sets, 20 reps. So you do both those exercises. If you're really dedicated, just to stay symmetrical, you're going to do with the other arm too. It only takes 5 minutes, not even. When you're done, now the muscles are all warmed up, I want you to stretch it a little bit. Extend your arm, put your thumb and fingers together, palm down, bring your wrist in, and then when you can do that, start to turn a little bit out to the side. So you're here, then you turn out, and that stretches out those fibers. And you only really want to stretch after the muscle is warm. Here's the last thing. I hate icing, but it's good for you. Take a Dixie cup, fill it 2/3 of the way full of water, put it in the freezer. Make a big ice cube. Now you peel the top off, just the top off of the Dixie cup, so now you've got some of the ice sticking out. Take that ice that elbow where it's sore. At first it'll just be cold, then it'll start to ache. You get this deep, boring ache inside the elbow. That lasts for a minute or two. Once you've gone through that, and it no longer aches, now the skin is going to be numb, and you could keep going, but you don't need to. You've got the benefit. Take your Dixie cup, put it back in the freezer, and now just rest your arm for a little bit. Don't start to use it, don't do any other exercises. The muscle's back to being cold. You don't want to pull anything. So now you just rest it, and over the next hour or two, you'll feel all the blood that's flowing in from both the exercise and then the icing. It'll feel very warm. Do this for about 2 weeks without going back to the activity that you hurt it with. After about 2 weeks, you should be feeling better. Some people will take longer. Start doing it in a controlled manner. If you're a fencer, try a lesson, a gentle lesson. Don't start bouting yet until you know that you can do the basic stuff with good technique and have it not hurt you. So try that, work up slowly. As you're fencing, you'll have a day that you're fencing very hard after this is all done. You may hurt it again. If it hurts, you know what to do before it gets bad. Now you go back, you rest it for a couple days till it doesn't, maybe only a day or so, until it stops hurting you during your activities of daily living. And then go back and start doing these exercises right away. Don't let it get bad again. So that's it for tennis elbow. I hope to do more on strength, conditioning. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions on videos that you'd like, email me. My email is mn, as in Mark Nelson, mnsegal, S-E-G-A-L, 1 @gmail.com, or you can post comments below. Thanks.